Hello and welcome to the Stay Tuned Sports Truck Series Indy 150. Live from Indianapolis tonight. We have just wrapped up qualifying here. As you see the wonderful speedway there in the background. Take a look at our weather. Joining me tonight in the booth is the one and only David Huckleberry.
Hi, Chris. Welcome to Sunday.
That's right, my one and only Sunday show. You'll be back to your regularly scheduled programming next week or 2 weeks' time. I don't think there's any racing next week.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we got pre-Daytona 500 off right there. That's what that is. The biggest 500-mile race event of the year.
Debatable.
Yeah, I can't wait to get a message from Chad about that later.
Hey, we got a grid.
As you can see, qualifying has wrapped up. Trey Eitzen has won the pole. Tate Lytle, Leighton Norgard, Jeff Green, William White round out the top 5. Vincent Isabella, Chad Frankenfield, Justin Fuller, Joe Francis, Gavin Hibbs, and Sean Ryan are your top 11. And you got Rucker, Racimus, Rawls, Thomas Coonan, Tyler Fody all the way back there in 16th, Joshua Personette, Cody McCorkle, Westergreen, Ty McIntosh. Sorry, I added an A in there. Christopher Melton back there, Hosick, David Carpenter, Kendall Noah player, Robert Hill.
Jake Scarborough, don't forget him.
Jake Scarborough, David Carpenter, Kendall Noah player, Jaden Racimus, and our buddy and pal Robert Hill all the way back there in 27th. I wonder if he's already starting to race down the cylinder there. Not a good start there for Robert. Right beside Tyler Dixon. We got Frank Fody, Dustin Dewar. We got Raymond, Brandon, Daniel, Mark, Andrew Hardcastle, Brandon Key, Caleb, Sam, Connor, Michael, Dylan, Joshua Freed, and Michael Goodman, the last car that makes the show. Missing the show is Harrison Whitehead, Carlos Acosta, Kyle Hanshaw, Robert Smith, Todd Eldridge, Michael Javier, and Harrison Talon did not make a lap. So as we start rolling here, this is where we typically make our race picks here on Monday nights. So Dave, who do you have out of this field of pretty stacked field? A lot of guys showed up tonight that don't run for points and maybe just a one-off or one of a few events here. Who do you like out here?
I think I'm going to go with William White tonight. I think this looks like his kind of track, and he's kind of had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder coming out and not making the Cup race for Daytona, so let's see how he does.
You take William White there, rolling off in the 5th position in the famous 43. I think I'm going to take Chad Frankenfield. Chad loves Indy. He steps up his game here at Indianapolis. This place is special to him, so I think Chad's going to find a way, and he doesn't care who he ticks off tonight. He's going to find his way to the front. And as you see the race format here popping up, we have 60 laps, no stages, 4 sets of tires. And just to break that down a little bit, that's 3 in the pits plus the 1 on the truck. And speaking to some drivers here pre-race, they do not believe they can make it on one stop. They think that the fuel window is going to be between 25 and 28 laps. They said if there's some cautions early, maybe you could save enough fuel, but they feel like they're going to be at least 2 or 3 laps short of making it to halfway. And 2 or 3 laps around here, that's 2.5 miles. You're talking about saving an awful lot of fuel. Pretty hard to do. The field comes down the front stretch here in the hands of Trey Eitzen in that number 77 machine. As we get ready to go green here in the Stay Tuned Sports Truck Series, green is out. Great start up at the front. The front row kind of gets a little bit of a gap. They both take off pretty even. Heading down into turn number 1, Trey Eitzen on the bottom, Tate Lido on the top. They stay side by side. William White, big wiggle there mid-pack.
Oh, somebody's
Joe
going around.
Francis. Joe Francis going to have to gather it up back there. He's going to get it slowed down, be able to run on the apron. Great save, great car control there from Joe. I also believe that there is some Houdini stuff going on out here.
Yeah, we got some cars playing peekaboo back there.
So they head down into turn number 3. Vince is running right up by the wall trying to find his way to the back. Good call there for Vince. As you can see, the field works their way through turn 4. Oh, stacking up back here in mid-pack. Joe Francis on the apron down there once again. Full lap here as he's running the access road. Maybe that's how you save the fuel, to make it on one stop.
Run the shorter track.
That's right. Down there, you're not carrying near as much throttle. As they head down here into turn 1 once again. Looking around through the field here, Trey Eitzen has gotten out front in front of Tate Lido. Here comes Jeff Green right up to the back of Tate. Going to take a look to the inside. He is there. And that is 2000 NASCAR Busch Series champion Jeff Green. They're taking second place from Tate Lido. They both right now run second to Trey Eitzen. And this is a place where they've been talking about draft door banging back here mid-pack. Is that Chad Frankenfield? It was not Chad. That would be Gavin Hibbs, I believe. Gavin Hibbs and Justin Fuller had a little door banging there in 3 and 4. They head down. Gavin Hibbs going to lean up there on Chad just a little bit.
Maybe you were just a lap ahead of yourself.
Yeah, just a little bit. One thing I will say, though, about this speedway, since it's been re-released on iRacing, is that the bottom is very, very hard if you're side by side. It's really slick. The track gets really slick. And unless that guy's just going to give it to you, he can make it pretty difficult on the top. And you need all the racetrack, as you saw there out of Gavin. There are 2 corners in a row, sliding up into the guy on the top. It's William White takes over the 4th position. He sets his sight on Tate Lido, who is falling right in behind Jeff Green, Trey Eitzen. They are all equally spaced out. Justin Fuller taking a look to the inside of a Leighton Norgard. Leighton's going to let him go. Not going to put up a fight there. Just lets Fuller have that spot. They race there for the 5th position. Chad Frankenfield slowly creeping up into that picture.
Pretty single filed out almost all the way back now.
Yeah, and that's something, the starts and restarts here can be pretty exhausting as a driver. You can be 2, 3, 4 wide and find yourself in trouble. This place and Pocono are 2 places that you really just want to get through the first lap or 2 clean, see how it shakes out, and go to work from there. As Gavin Hibbs going to try to look here underneath Chad Frankenfield down into turn number 1. He's going to dive down in there. They're going to make contact. Knocks Chad up out of the way. They get 3 wide. This might not be over just yet. Now Chad right there with Jesse. That's what I was talking about. That guy on the inside, he just... Oh, Jesse tries to clear it up. Wrecking. Jesse
going around.
Michael Hossack's back there involved.
Robert Hill gets loose there on the inside. Get around it.
Yeah, backing up to take a look at this. I think it all started Jesse trying to clear up behind Chad. And as the old spotter would say, not clear.
They're off each other
Taking a look
there.
here.
Actually, it looks like it gets into the 5, right? So
Yeah, just
wasn't
trying
clear
to
off
get
the
up there
front.
in line. Oh, is that Robert Hill in the 23?
That was Joshua Personette in the 23. Oh, Michael Hossack hits him right square in the door.
Not good for the Huck machine, I don't think.
Take a ride on with.
Great job by everybody else, though, splitting the car there. Now, they did have the benefit of being able to see what was going on in turn 1, so a lot of these guys probably were prepared. Now, one thing, this might be a little bit of netcode kind of deal where it looks like he should get more damage than what he gets.
Yeah, it looks like he kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
passed through him. He might be all right.
Yeah, if we could take a look at that right front, I think as long as there's nothing on the right front, I think he's just fine there in that 23 machine. One car that's not fine is Jesse and Michael. Those two cars got substantial damage. Look at that. Clean as a whistle. 23 car is all good. The Huck machine will live on and fight on. Dodged a bullet there, Dave.
Yeah, he did.
Almost had to cut a big check this week.
Or paint.
On board here with Michael. See what he sees. Everybody just trying to draft, smoke.
70.
Ugh. Not ideal. Not ideal for the 24 at Indianapolis right there. We're used to seeing that car race for wins. One of the best drivers ever around the speedway drove a yellow 24 on the door.
Tally on the 70. Expected.
Yeah, that's old buddy Josh Adams up there doing race control tonight. Taking a look here, the first caution of the race. Did we have any pitters there? I don't think so, right?
Oh, let's see.
We got Jaden sitting on pit road.
Kendall came in.
Mark.
Daniel Martinez came in. Robert Hill, Frank Foti, David Carpenter, Vincent Isabella, Andrew Hardcastle, Joe Francis, Mark Rebelis, Michael Goodman, and Connor Thompson. Dylan Javier.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that, those guys might be able to make it now on one more stop. I guess everybody else is just banking on more yellows, but based on what we've seen there, I think if we can get going, might not have too many yellows. I guess we will see how it shakes out. As of right now, Trey Eitzen has led every lap. Currently in second is Jeff Green. I believe they're coming to the choose this time. Well, I say choose. I don't think there's a choose anymore in the series.
Nope, they just got a double up.
As Hossack is barely going to beat the pace car off of pit road, I think. It was close. It was a close race between Michael and the pace car. As you see, taking a look here at Justin Fuller in the 55. Gavin Hibbs. Leighton Norgard. Lots of familiar names that I got to race with last year. Chad Frankenfield. Great looking new truck. So glad to see him change his paint scheme. Rucker.
Sponsored by Gray.
Yeah, if you want to put your money on a truck that's going to get a lot of TV time, and you believe there no publicity is bad publicity, Andrew Rucker's your guy. Taking a look here at Thomas in the 07.
Trees are in the way now.
Yeah, lots of trees back there.
Shout out to Zach Evans, who just posted in our chat there. Zach's out playing in the mud today. Maybe not mud, maybe just dust.
Hopefully it was a good time. I'm stepping in for Zach. Your regular scheduled guy will be back next week. I'm just the fill-in guy for this week, as we will take the restart here I believe everybody stayed on the lead lap right there. Nobody lost a lap, as I talked about the 24 barely beating the pace car. So they come down here to the restart box. Trey Eidson's going to bring him into the zone. Green flag. He gets away in a big way, leaving the battle for second there between Tate and Jeff. And then your race pick right there, William, in the fourth position. Tate's going to clear Jeff here out of turn one. It's going to fall in line behind him is Jeff Green, going for a little bit of a crossover. Doesn't quite have enough. They head down the backstretch into turn three. Jeff's going to pull out, take a look, and he's going to dive down into turn three here, going after Tate, as Gavin dives down under William, going after William. Ooh, Chad with a little contact to the back of Gavin's hips there.
I think he owed him one from a previous bump.
Yeah, I think Chad was frustrated because of what happened to him earlier, and then Gavin ran into the side of the 43, and I don't know if Chad knows it or not, but Gavin ran into the side of the 12 earlier too. So far, I think Gavin's not putting on a good show out here for these boys that are racing around. Really loose there under the 43 of William White. They make their way here through turn number 2. Coming down the backstretch. Chad's got a big run here. He's going to look to the inside of Gavin. We'll see how respectful he's going to be when he gets down here. Very respectful is Chad. Chad makes the pass, gets cleared. Gavin falls in line. And Fuller now looking there at the back. Gavin's going to have a little bit of a run here on Chad. Chad already showing he's going to be a little bit defensive there. Heading down into turn number 1. Here they contact. They stack up a little bit on the brakes. Oh, Fuller way sideways. Makes the save, creates a stack up behind him. Tyler Fody looking on the inside of a late Norgard back there. Not quite the qualifying run Tyler had in mind tonight, as now he's trapped on the inside. The draft on the outside is going to be a rough go of it down there for Tyler Fody. Let's see what happens when they get to turn number 3. He is going to get to slide up in front of that 5 machine. Rucker going to look to the inside back here. This all is a battle for right around 10th place.
Closest battle on the track right now.
Already seeing it, Dave. Looks like it's really hard to make a pass at all if that guy wants to fight you. Head down into turn number 1 once again back here at this battle for 10th or so. The 37, is that the 37 or is that the 27?
That's the 07 right there of Thomas Cooney.
That's the 07, trying to slide up and use Andrew Rucker just a little bit. Couldn't quite do it, and now he's going to be trapped as the Huck machine making a pass, getting closer and closer towards that top 10. Head down into turn number 3.
He's just happy to make it past lap 5 this time.
Yeah, oh, we got one on the wall back there. A little bit of contact for, I believe, that is the 2 of Cody McCormick. Cody's a guy that has, he was a guy that I think is going to show a lot of promise, a lot of growth. He was a teammate of mine last year. I think that's a guy that by the year's end, we're going to talk about competing for wins. It's hard to compete for wins, though, when you get all the Cup guys coming down like it is for this event here, but we'll see how it shakes out.
Oh, up into the wall, Dusty.
Dustin Dewar. I think you saw that right when I did. We were both looking right at it. A little bit of contact there with the wall. He gets down to the inside. And all this is going on for right around 20th or so. And we're seeing it once again, Dave, just like you said there in the first portion of the race. Lots of single filing out. I mean, everybody in the top 20 right now. You got Fody trying to make a pass. Hossack's got a lot of damage. He's really hurting down the straightaways. You're seeing it right there. He's hurting the corners too. Old 2-4 not looking good out here today. Tell you what, Rucker had to lift. The Huck machine's going to have a big run here on Andrew Rucker. Does he get clear? How much of a fight is Rucker going to put up here? Ooh, Rucker's going to take the fight right to him, get right down on his right rear. Joshua Personette trying to make this pass on Rucker. Does not look like it's... Oh, Rucker in the wall. Heavy contact there for Rucker. That's going to hurt the truck.
Gray with a white stripe now.
Hey, like I said, if you don't believe any publicity is bad publicity, Rucker's your guy. Somebody get some logos on that truck for him next week. Right now, he's got a lot of damage. He's going to come in and get some damage repair here at the first opportunity. Oh, and we got a wreck.
Caution.
Not sure where it is.
Can Michael Klein maybe? Code back, so let's go see what happened. Mark J. Rebels replay machine. Contact from the 11. Daniel Martinez.
He's going to hit that inside wall pretty hard.
Oh, done.
Yeah, when you're participating in a debris throw out there, you're probably not finishing that race. I mean, from these angles, it looks like he might have just got wrecked. Might have just got ran over. What the?
Give it to it one more time here from behind there.
To see what happened here. Like, he just... Oh, he's lifting and he's sliding up. Oh, man. And so, okay. Daniel did not just dump him. I'm glad I did not just come out and say that. It looks like... Yeah, the 06 is just running the bottom here. And he knows he's pushing bad. He knows the 11's probably coming with some momentum. You're going to see flames right there. He's lifting, trying not to slide up in front of the 11.
But he does.
Yeah, and the 11 just had so much momentum. And then right here, anytime, like I mentioned, you're throwing debris, like you're going to see that fender right there. Anytime you're throwing something like that, a good 20 feet, 30 feet from the car or more, probably done for the day. So that is unfortunate for Michael. I believe we will have some pit stops right here. Here they all come. Heading down pit road. Everybody except Michael being a lap truck. Now this is the opportunity for some of these guys who stayed out back there.
Robert Hill.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, we're wrecking on pit road. Big wreck on pit road. The 10 cars are around backwards. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am not sure what. Something happened to the 10 on pit road. He just, I don't know if he was going to miss his pit box or what, but all of a sudden he just stopped way out. You're going to see it right here. I think he was driving by his pit box. You see right here, the big gap. I think,
yep,
yeah, he was
that
going
was
to miss
his pit box.
Wow, and just stopped on pit road. At that point, you got to go around. You cannot just lock it down out there in the fast lane. Oh, that is not good. Whoever hit him is going to be done. Whoever hit this back of this 10 car. Let's find out who that is. Oh, it's Andrew Rucker. It went from bad to worse for Rucker here, Dave.
Yep, he was already damaged.
Well, now he's terribly damaged. Oh, that is not good for Rucker. I mean, and the 10 hits hard down there as well. Incredible stuff there. Now, I believe we did have some guys stay out, right?
Robert Hill, Frank Fody, Dylan Javier, Caleb Picumer, and Jaden Racimus have all stayed in. Top five. Top
So
five.
those guys all pitted the first caution, right?
Yep, they pitted on lap 6.
And I think who's the leader?
Frank Fody.
Why did... Okay. I was like, why is Robert taking the top? Okay, I see he's not the leader.
Robert's in second. Dylan Javier in third. Caleb Picumer in fourth. Jaden Racimus in fifth. Those are the 5 that did not stop, and then we go back to Trey Eidson, slotting in sixth. He leads the pack of the ones who started or just pitted in.
And one thing that happened there that we couldn't talk about, Tate Lytle overshot his pit box as well and gave up a handful of spots on pit road. So, not ideal there for Tate as well. This is the kind of stuff that leads to big wrecks on these restarts. I talked about restarts at this racetrack and Pocono in particular. You're about to see full chaos here. Oh, Frank goes right away. Might not be too bad of a chaos at all. Oh, and oh no. Oh.
Is he going to learn the lane change rule?
I think so, because it's pretty clear. We have not got anywhere from the admin or race control being Josh Adams, but there was a definite lane change there on the 41.
Whoa, 55 blocking way down the inside.
That's blocking. That's not a car I would want to block. As they move by some of the guys who stayed out. Oh, the one car's in the wall. He's going to tangle. I believe that was the 09 as well.
Oh, we're going around again. We got the 07 and the 2 car around. And we're cautioned.
The 07 backwards in the wall. So that did start. I do know that started with the one car getting into the wall. And there's more contact. And then they stack up behind them. And the 07 right there. Into the 2 of Cody McCorkle, who I was praising earlier. That's commentator's curse right there. Not great for the 07 there. Is that your Huck machine right there too, the 23?
Yep.
Having to dodge all this chaos. Oh, a little contact to the bumper. Right up into the 1 and the 07 spins. But I do think we will take this first opportunity of the night to pay some bills here and throw it to our first commercial break. As you see a tally for the 10 there for that last pit road crash. And I do have word here before we go to commercial break that the 41 is going to get an EOL here for this next restart as well. Lane change there on that last restart. But like I said, no pit stop should take place here. So we will take this first opportunity to get some commercials in here.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com. .com.
'Cause, 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 '
The NASCAR Cup Series returns to Worldwide Technology Raceway on June 1st and 2nd, 2024. The time to get your tickets is now. For only $10 down, you can lock in your seats for an incredible weekend of family fun, featuring the Enjoy Illinois 300 and the Confluence Music Festival. Racing, music, camping, it all adds up to one amazing party. Go to www.raceway.com for the hottest ticket of the year.
All right, you're watching the Stay Tuned Sports Podcast Truck Series. Stay Tuned Sports was started in 2016 by two friends, even though hating each other's teams, with the purpose of producing a sports show like no other. They wanted to create a show that would cover all major sports with a little bit of comedy mixed in. Stay Tuned Sports releases weekly episodes covering NFL, NHL, Major League Baseball, and even some college football. So if you're looking for some hot takes mixed in with some good ball busting, then this is your show for you. Stay Tuned Sports, your home for sports nonsense. Premier sponsors, Blue Egg Marketing. Blue Egg is the marketing department for small businesses. Small business owners, Blue Egg is your biggest fan. Worldwide Technology Raceway. Worldwide Technology Raceway is a motorsport racing facility in Madison, Illinois, just east of St. Louis, Missouri. It features a 1.25-mile NASCAR Cup Series track. It also hosts the Craftsman Truck Series and the IndyCar Series. It has a 2-mile infield road course used by Trans Am, SCCA, and Porsche Club of America, a quarter-mile NHRA drag strip that hosts the Midwest Nationals event, and the Kartplex, a state-of-the-art karting facility. Those are our sponsors for tonight. Here, Chris.
Yeah, none of this happens without our great sponsors. Of course, Chad putting on the league there, the great admin group that includes a lot of drivers that I am not going to name every one of because I will leave some out. But it all starts at the top with Chad, and then you right there, Dave. Like all this stuff at ERN, everything you're seeing, all the graphics, that's all Dave. Dave makes us all look and sound a lot better than we actually are. I promise you that.
God's work.
Yeah, it is God's work sometimes, is it not? Dave gets pulled in about 15 different directions during the week sometimes. But he still makes us all look great. As we get ready to come down here for the restart, Trey and Justin, being teammates, are working together here. Trey has chose to restart on the top with Justin on the bottom. Green is out. And you would think if they were communicating, Justin would have got a little bit of a restart. As Chad pulls out, gets started a little block. Man, that was twice he slammed that cookie jar right there, wasn't it?
Yep, he's playing with fire.
And that fire's got a really short fuse there. We'll see what happens. Tyler Fody has joined the party, pulled up here into 4th place. Tate Lytle trying to make up ground after that pit stop where he slid through just a little bit. They head down here into turn number 3. First 5-6 cars, single file. First side-by-side battle is back there right around, I believe, the Jeff Green machine. Making a pass there. Quickly the field gets single filed out. Oh, a little bump draft there into the back of the 23. Back for around 13th, 14th place. Just trying to help move the whole lane forward. Take a look right out in front of them. They're stacking up just a little bit. Head down the back stretch here. Ooh, nearly contact right in front of them. The 5 nearly is going to get shoved out into the fence. I think Sean took pretty good care of the 57 of Dylan Javier right there. I think if he chose to, he could have wrecked him right there and it would have been Dylan's fault. Dustin Dewar back here trying to move his way back forward. Oh, Josh Personette trapped on the bottom there in the Huck machine. Will he be able to get up right here? Does not appear so. Oh, the 5 back on the outside of Dylan again, and Dylan tries to slam the door and he was there again. And now that's twice that
3 wide.
that Sean has taken care of the 57.
Oh, we're still 3 wide.
Like, they make it work. And, wow, nearly had us a wreck there, boys. So we'll take a look back through this field. Personette finally going to get up right here in front of Dustin Dewar. pushing out there in front of him once again. Got Vincent Isabella trying to work his way back through the field. He dropped to the back when he was blinking. 20s.
Contact.
Yeah, more contact there. Leighton Wargard. Vincent Isabella got the 63. The 5 shooting in the middle.
Caleb Percumer took a lot of contact from Isabella.
Contact behind them between the 85 and the 2. All this contact's coming from people trying to get back in line. Look at them out there. Fan out everywhere. Dustin Dewar taking a big look to the bottom. Chooses better of that, or thinks better of that, as they head down here between turns 1 and number 2. Come out of turn 2 straight down this back straightaway. Vincent Isabella's going to get to the outside of Caleb. 59.
Now he's coming on Jeff Green.
That 59 trapped there on the bottom. Just nothing to do right there. Look how much slower he is being on the bottom, being stuck down there. It's going to have an opportunity to get up right here. Maybe not. I thought he would, but just no momentum there for him to get up. And that's the hardest thing. If you're somebody who doesn't drive on one of these cars, you might think, oh, there's a hole there. He should just slide up. Well, what you got to do is you kind of almost have to know you're going to be getting in that hole and try to build some momentum so when you slide up in that hole, you're not just cutting somebody off. Oh, the 57 hard into the wall.
Dylan Kavir.
Is that the 52? I can't tell what number that is.
57 right there in front of.
It is the 57?
Yep.
Oh,
now we're going around.
Car. Yeah.
Caleb Percumer. 59, I believe.
Daniel Martinez is down there.
And we're still green.
Oh, the caution is out now.
Okay. Now we can go back. See how far it takes us back.
What was the yellow?
That was right about here. So we're with Caleb Percumer.
Now, we had just seen him really backing up. Let's see here.
85 comes up into him.
Yeah, and I think he was expecting Caleb to be a little bit closer to the wall. Caleb was running pretty far off the wall, and then they got hung together.
He's around off the front of the
get
2.
Some of this.
Daniel Martinez, the 11. 64 Rucker involved.
I think Rucker is what triggers the yellow, but we're going to see these guys hit the inside wall here. Oh, nearly goes over.
Up on his side a little bit.
Yeah, and I think the 64 behind him triggers the yellow. That's what brought our caution out. He's going to pull. I think Rucker knew what he needed for a caution right there. I think he knew he had to get on the racetrack to get a yellow. But, yep, third time tonight, I'll go ahead and tell you. If you don't believe in bad publicity, and any publicity is good publicity.
There's some more airtime.
Yep, 64 needs some logos. How many times we talked about him tonight? As you'll see right here, he knows that there's one car coming. He needs to get up there, get his yellow. Yeah, perfect. Perfecto.
Lots of pits action.
Yeah, lots of.
Top 7, 9. Top 9 have stayed out.
Now we've got a real split strategy. Well, we got Tyler Fody. We've got William White. Vincent Isabella. Dustin Dewar. David Westergreen. Tyler Dixon. Michael Goodman. Frank Fody. Mark Rebelos. All choosing to stay out here.
Josh Adams getting creative with his messages. Tally on the 85 took all the racetrack on exit and more.
Taking a look here, it looks like everybody opted for 4 tires that pitted there. Robert Hill is wanting me to make everyone known That was his first set of tires that he's put on the car.
You telling us he forgot to push the button the previous times, or the first time he meant to take tires?
I think it was by
Is he
design.
bragging?
I think it was by design. But one thing I will say is I think 4 sets tonight is more than enough.
Starting lap 30 of 60.
Yeah, just crossing halfway here. This will be real interesting, though. Because this isn't just guys at the back trying to flip strategy. This is guys who are competitive and have been competitive. And for some reason, Caleb just pulled out of the pits and tried to pass the whole field. He is letting them go back by. Well, this is going to be real interesting, Dave. This strategy kind of shuffle. I feel like they're probably still on the outside of the window by about 5 laps. And I think that's why we had guys like Tyler Fody stay out. They figure we'll run 5 or 6 more laps, get a caution, and everybody will come back. The field works their way through 3 and 4. Well, just turned 4. Tyler Fody. Teammate Vincent Isabella right behind him.
Here we go again.
That's right. Here we go again. I can feel a big wreck coming, I think. Green is out. Fody gets away. He's going to drag Vincent Isabella. Somebody else.
Yeah. Race control is basically saying if you change lanes, just go ahead and go down pit lane. There were so many of them. He's going to take them a while to look them all up.
Oh, Caleb's getting the lane, or Caleb's getting some kind of penalty clear there. Oh, we got a caution.
Brandon Key. Go back and see what's going on.
Yeah, Brandon Key is backwards.
See what happened to poor Brandon.
I think Robert Hill happened to Brandon based on what I'm seeing. Brandon clears up. Oh, Brandon clears up and gets loose. Okay, there we go. And then make contact. Oh, what happens to... That was weird for Robert. Oh, the 57.
Yeah, it looks like he caught a little backlash net code there.
Yeah, I think that might make me believe the whole wreck was just kind of weird.
Because that hit right there didn't really happen.
Then you get these guys coming through involved. Oh, no.
Oh, 2 Huck cars involved in the same incident.
I think that Huck car's good.
You think he's going to net code through him?
I think he did. It looked like he did, didn't it? I think he's won again. I don't see it. I don't see the truck take any damage. Oh, Robert Hill down there took a lot of damage. Maybe he'll join us in the booth. Oh, there is some damage. It did bow up right there. We'll have to get a good look at the nose. Have to take a look at this 23.
Doesn't look too bad.
Oh, it fixed back out. It fixed back out. If you watch from this view going through the wreck, he takes a bunch of damage, and then it flexes out. Oh, incredible. That's twice.
That's those new Nerf body panels.
It's like, just kidding. He's going to get a bunch of damage, and then the sim's like, just kidding. Just so you know, while we're watching this replay here, Frank Fody got an EOL for a lane change violation. Look at that. Damage.
No damage. Job.
Incredible stuff there. Tell you what was not incredible though was our friend and colleague Robert Hill is sitting. His damage did not flex out. If Robert Hill is on pit road right now, and that did not. That's not good.
Like a modified.
That's not ideal. Was there a sponsor
Robert,
on
that doesn't
machine?
look good. You lost the hood, Robert.
Oh, it was Hux. That was the Hux machine. He's going to run some more. Look at the camber on that left front.
Got a little lean to it, doesn't it?
It's got something to it. But he did let us know he's got new tires, so that was brand new tires on when he was going through that wreck.
That's why he left it on. He didn't want to have only 3 laps on it.
It's not ideal.
Was there a tally on that last one? They say.
I didn't see one. I know that race control was looking over the restart, so I don't know if we ever got to a tally right there now. I don't think so. Based on what I seen, I'm not sure where the tally would go because that was weird over there. As the field gets ready to restart here, going down the back stretch. Teammates share the front row. Fody did pick the bottom though. He said, "I'm taking the bottom. Find yourself Indy line by yourself back there." Fuller made some good progress though. He was the only one that made great progress. Everybody else is still, Chad and Tate are still basically a full row behind him. Both our picks still looking good just past the halfway point, though, Dave. So
yep, we're doing all right.
We're pretty smart. 2 smart guys.
Got to be around to win.
Pace car will dive into pit road. Fody on the loud pedal. Everybody gets down here towards the start-finish line. Tally goes to 21. The 21, by the way. That's what race controls just said. So it took him a little while to get to it as they make their way down into turn 1 with Fody and Vincent getting single filed out. Dustin Dewar, William White racing for that position. Dusty's in the preferred lane. Fuller's going to get clear. Going to follow Dusty down here into turn 3. See what happens as they come into turn number 4. Fuller still right in there behind him. Chad pulls out on the 43. The 55 pulls out on the 32. At the same time, heading down into turn number 1, Fuller's going to get around Dusty. Chad gets around William. Justin Fuller going to set his sights on the front 2. Chad Frankenfield's going to set his sight on Dusty. Big run here down the backstretch for Chad. He pulls to the inside. Should out corner him. Not quite going to get clear though. That's new tires versus old tires. Chad makes the pass. Now Fuller up here getting ready to try to look at taking the lead. And I know he's only third, trying to take second first. But
car into the wall back there.
Who is that on the inside wall?
Yellow and green car. I don't know.
Not ideal for somebody.
McIntosh, I believe.
He's pulled down on the access road. That thing's broke too. Whatever happened, it's. Oh. Oh, who was that pulled out? Is that Gavin? I think that might be Gavin. '92. He's just going to try to pull out and make a pass. And he is not clear when he pulls out to make this pass. Yeah, just hangs left.
Takes McIntosh out.
Yeah, that's not good.
Nobody else involved. Okay, caution came.
Yeah, that is not ideal. As Chad looking to pass Vincent, Fuller looking to get around Fody for the lead, each on new tires. Chad gets around Vincent there.
We had something that happened with William White. Let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened with it. I don't know how far back it is. Here, see if we can get.
I think it's well after this because Tate's the one talking about it.
Yeah, we'll ride forward and see what happened. Dad gets by White here. Here it is.
Okay, here it is. This was happened with Tate. Oh. Man, I am so sorry, William, that I was bragging about both our race picks being in there. That's heavy contact there for the 43. Oh. That's unfortunate. That's going to end Williams' night. It's broke there. Well.
I'm out.
That's not good.
Go green. Fuller is now taking the lead.
And Chad's taking second. Tate Lytle coming up here. Going after Tyler Fody as well. Everybody's got to make one more stop. The question is, when do you make that last stop? If you're the guys that didn't take tires, you don't want to go too far and give up too much track position. Maybe even pick, it's 20 to go at this point. It's a short race already. Now might be the time if I'm Tyler Fody.
Fuller's pass on Fody. Take the lead. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, Fody didn't have much to fight with there. He knew it. Tate Lytle's going to pull up on the back of Tyler Fody now as well. He'll probably make this pass pretty easily. Yeah, Fody knows he doesn't have anything to race with these guys. I've got to think Fody's got to be coming here pretty soon. You're well inside that pit window at this point. And you see what Fuller's doing right there? He's trying to break the draft. He is trying to not let Chad get a lot of help down the straightaway. But I do want to talk about some other guys that have held on pretty well. Vincent Isabella is holding on pretty well. Just gave up the spot to Jeff Green. Dustin Dewar still holding on in the top 10. Leighton Norgard, David Westergreen. A lot of these guys are holding on, pretty decent. Robert Hill currently getting lapped right now. He is really going around the racetrack at a slow pace. At a really slow pace. Gets in the way of Jeff Green there just a little bit. Poor Robert Hill. Look at how much slower he is down the straightaway. There he is, getting lapped by everybody. That can't be driving good.
Got a flat left tire. Look at that.
I mean, that car's missing more than it brought.
Snub nose.
I mean, look how fast the field's going by him. That's hard to navigate as another driver. When you're coming up, look at this. You've got a group of cars coming up behind you running side by side.
Oh.
That's super difficult to navigate as they almost crashed doing it.
Robert says it's easy.
Is that what he was saying? I didn't know I didn't realize he was talking to me right there.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember he has a lot of experience at driving slow, so he's probably really good at it.
Oh man, that's a burn right there. Oh my.
He set himself up for that.
As he pulls down to the inside, getting out of the way of everybody else down here. Back up front, Justin Fuller still sitting about 3/4 of a second from Chad Frankenfield. Tate Lytle right there. Trey Eitzen, Tyler Fody currently holding on to the 5th position. With Jeff Green, Vincent Isabella, Dustin Dewar, Leighton Norgard, and Sean Ryan as the top 10. And right now, Fuller's in a good spot. You're out there that far, and it's hard to run down a guy without draft help. I almost wonder if Chad and Tate shouldn't become frenemies right here. And if they can get closer to each other and Tate can push him down the straightaway, that might benefit both of them. Getting back to Fuller.
Does Chad have slowing down a little bit in his repertoire? To let Tate
Probably
come to him?
But I think Tate's one of the guys you can trust to work with you. Tate is not a guy that's out here to get points, so second versus third doesn't matter to Tate. He's here for the win. And his best chance to win this race is to close the gap on the 55. And the best way he can do that is working with Chad here and trying to push each other down the straightaways. Trey probably wouldn't play ball with that because that's his teammate out there. So Trey's in 4th. He's probably not playing ball with those boys if he's given the opportunity. And right now at the line, they are losing time. Oh, Tate's going to look to the inside of Chad. Chad's going to fight him. One of two things has happened here. Chad has used up his tires, or he did drop back to Tate. And Tate said, "Nah, I'm not playing ball." Maybe he needs to communicate with Tate that, "Hey, I dropped back to you to work with you." The fact that hasn't happened tells me that he probably hasn't. Chad has probably used his tires up here. They work their way down here through turn 3, and it's going to be a hard pass for Tate to make. You see that gap just widening out. This lap, Fuller's going to gain a ton. I predict Fuller's going to be up over 1.5 seconds on this battle this lap. Tate pulls right in on the back of Chad, pushes him down the front stretch. Yeah, in it is right at 1.5 seconds. They enter turn number 1. Slow car down there on the inside. Going to be blending on the backstretch. That should be well clear of him, though. Should have no effect on this battle. And here we go, side by side for second. Trey's going to have a big run. Does Trey take him 3 wide? He does not. Wow, look at Chad pick up the throttle back in the middle of the corner. Wow. And here comes Mark on brand new tires. I said he wouldn't have an effect on this battle, but he's driven right through these boys. He's going to trap Trey on the bottom. Not ideal for Trey here. Trey squeezes up in front of him. Mark drops to the bottom. go down into the first turn. Mark's struggling down there on his brand new tires. Now, as a driver, if I'm one of these three, I'm saying, Mark, just go bias. You've got brand new tires. Just get bias. Don't play around. Don't check up. Just make it known that you're going to drop to the bottom or whatever you're going to do and get around all of us, because Mark should have a lot more pace than these boys right here.
Gets past Idson there.
It gets past one of them. Now he sets his sights on Tate Lytle. Stay head down here.
This is all just kind of letting Fuller just kind of set sail. He's up to 2.2 seconds now lead.
Yeah, and it's going to continue to grow. Mark's going to drop to the bottom to pass Tate. Last pit stops are starting as Mark is already pitted. Mark's going to drive to the inside of Chad. Chad's going to pinch him. Maybe Chad needs to realize that's a lap car. That is not a position he's going to give up. Mark pulls to the inside. Mark's got a pretty decent run. Chad's going to be in the preferred lane. But Mark should get cleared down here into turn 3 on his new tires. It should not be an issue. Tate's going to take a look to the inside as well. And like you mentioned, all this going on over 2 seconds behind race leader Justin Fuller.
2.7 now, climbing.
They head down the front stretch. Everybody out here is worried about fuel right now. Michael Goodman comes off of pit road. Which that could be what's going on with this group. This Chad could be saving fuel to make it. And Fuller, I'm getting word that Fuller can make it. Straight from the driver himself. Just queued up and said he can make it.
No gamesmanship there.
I don't know.
As a driver, do you brag about it, or do you play games?
As a driver, I kind of couldn't care less if somebody else can make it outside of a teammate. Like if I'm asking a teammate, like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm good, are you good? Like that's the kind of thing. But I'm more worried about if I can make it or not. Like if I'm out here, I'm worried about myself more than any. Like I couldn't care less what other people are saying and what they're, you know. Some people like to play games like that. I ain't got time to play games like that. You know, everything happens so fast, and everything could change with the yellow too. Like if you can make it, good for you. 10 more laps, you'll win the race. If you can't, I mean, you're not changing somebody else's strategy by saying you can make it. It's not like, oh, I can make it, makes it where everybody else is just going to pit or do this or do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this point, you're kind of made your bed where it's at. Vincent,
here's Robert again.
Is pitting. Or has pitted. Fody, I believe, is coming down right now. Now, if you're Tyler Fody, you want the caution right now. You're on pit road. You want the yellow to fly right now. And Chad and Tate are side by side once again. Tate gets sideways off of 2. It's going to open up the door for Trey. And Robert, 3 wide, just for a second. Robert's about 70 miles an hour off the pace. They head down here into turn 3. Now Trey's the guy trying to get around Chad Frankenfield. Here comes the 44 machine up behind him with Michael Goodman.
Ray's asking in the chat about people who last pitted. The most recent pitters are back at 13th. Cody McCorkle pitted on lap 32. Andrew Rucker on 32. Those are the ones that are the closest. Of course, these ones now.
Oh, Michael Goodman just got into the fence there trying to pass Tate Lytle. And Tate kind of... I'm not sure if there's going to be more to this story or not. I guess it depends on if Michael feels like Tate's the reason he got into the wall. If he feels like it was Tate's fault that he got into the wall, we might see something here. We might see some fireworks. They come down the front stretch. They head down here into turn number 1.
Contact.
Oh, they make contact! And Goody's in the wall with Tate Lytle. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We saw it happening over the course of that whole last lap.
Tate was trying to get it to not happen. You could hear him in the driver chat saying, "You don't need to side draft me."
Yeah, I'm not sure if Goody should have been turning it down yet or what, but this all started way back when Goody hit the wall the lap prior. So I am not sure if Goody felt like that was his fault or what. And it might have been. We haven't had a chance to look at it. But this down here into turn 1. That's hard to say. That's hard to say because you don't know when the contact registered. Tate was turning into the corner. Was Goody trying to run him up out of the space? Was Goody still planning to turn to the bottom? It's tough to say. It'd be a lot easier to say if Goody was.
Let's try to go back to the previous incident. Keep an eye on my screen. See if we can see what happens.
It happens after this. Down to the turn 1, the next 1 and 2, this next lap.
Okay.
There you see him passing the Robert Hill machine. And see the new tires. He's just letting her eat there. They come down the front stretch.
Are you okay with that?
They get down here to turn 1. So he's going to drive to the outside of Tate.
Yeah.
Not seeing any contact here. Not sure if there was any net code or any contact there. Tate didn't give him a lot of room. And then right here, it looks like I thought Goody was taking a swing at him right here after it happens too. And you're going to see Goody kind of pull down towards him. And then you're going to see down in the turn 2, he kind of drives right up to the bumper here. Like he's trying to get him. So I think Goody felt like Tate could have given some more room there. Oh, and then right there, yeah. It's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate that Tate having a shot to race for this win or for second at that point without another yellow is out of the race, and Goody as well being out of the race. Just, you don't want to see a lap car tangle with the lead lap car. But Goody felt, maybe he felt a little bit wronged. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's tough to say without actually getting to communicate with Goody and hearing what he's got to say about if he was going to turn to the bottom or if he was actually trying to run Tate up the racetrack right there. Either way, it ended with both cars being severely wrecked. We do have Tate in the waiting room. Oh, I can't move him.
What do you think?
I think Tate's got a level head. I think it's okay.
You think Tate's got a level head? Okay, we're going to let Tate in, and we'll see if Tate has a level head. Hi, Tate.
Hello. I got a level head.
Okay.
That did feel mighty intentional, and I'm not sure why, but it's just the trucks, so it is what it is.
Yeah, take us through your race there. You got. Oh, are you still level-headed right now, Tate? We're hearing the same communication here.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I have to send that one in. But yeah, he was laying off the bottom and looked like he was going straight. So I don't know what Josh was seeing, but like I said, just the trucks. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what good he was trying to accomplish. He put himself in the fence a lap before and 1 and 2 trying to get by me. And obviously I got 30 lap old tires, so gave him the outside, and he kept not being able to get a run off the corner. I don't know. He needed to be setting up a run on the straightaway. I don't know.
Well, real quick here, so we're about to go green. Shout out your sponsors here real quick, days going by.
Yeah, shout out days gone by. Shout out to my dad for watching that. He had some choice words as well. But yeah, we'll see how this race ends up. Thanks for letting me in. That was something. I don't know how I got a tally, but we'll send her in.
All right, that was Tate Lytle. Tate, hey, how you racing it? Good luck the rest of the week. We're wrecking here again in turn 1. Big wreck back here. I'm not sure who all was involved. Immediately after the restart.
We did not go green or go caution, did we? Yeah, we did.
I believe.
See Westerring.
I
Go back to
this starts
David
with
Westerring.
Gavin. Man, we've talked about Gavin an awful lot tonight, and ain't none of it been good. Get one guy turned head on in the wall. He's going to come back across the track. Oh, they're going to wreck again up in front of him. Oh, not sure who that was
We'll
up there in
catch
front
that
of
in a
him.
minute here.
That's Rebel loss.
Where them Mark Rebels is. Okay, let's take a look at that now.
Yeah, they get together. He's part of that stack up. He's got Trey right behind him. The guys that pitted. We didn't get to talk. We'll bring everybody up to speed on the pit. Oh, Trey gets hit from Fuller. Fuller gets into the back end of the 99.
That's Eidson, 77. Oh, Fuller gets in the back at 77.
Yeah. Great save by Mark there, though. So what we have here, to bring everybody up to speed now, Jake, how did you say his last name? Scarborough?
Scarborough.
Jake Scarborough stayed out. Tyler Fody and Vincent Isabella were both just on pit road under green. They stayed out. Dylan Javier, Frank Fody, Dustin Dewar, Jeff Green all stayed out. Chad Frankenfield in 8th. I will have to go back to get this perfectly set up. Chad Frankenfield in 8th. That's 4 tires on Chad, so he's the first car on 4. You got Caleb, who's coming down pit road now. Gavin Hibbs coming down pit road now. Sean Ryan staying out. Trey Eidson, Justin Fuller. We're going to be set up here for our green-white checker, too. Our first to get a green-white checkered. So a lot went on there, strategy-wise, race-wise, everything-wise. Currently sitting with Jake as our leader. So a whole lot went on right there, Dave, when we were talking to Tate. A lot of things happened with the caution and the quick caution. And I'll give you an opportunity here, Dave, to pick a different winner tonight. Who you got up here?
Pick a different winner?
Yeah, green-white checkered. You got guys on no tires, guys who pitted under green, guys
If I pick Fody, do I get 2 of them?
Well, I'll give you both Fody, yeah.
Give me both. Give me one of the faux tie. Or Fotisses. However, works out.
Yeah, we'll give you both Fodies. I think that's fair. I'm sticking with Chad. I like having 4 brand new tires. I think Chad can do it. Based on what we've seen out of tire wear, it's going to be tough.
Coming from P8.
Yeah, but he is going to be on the top, which is where you want to be. Jake's the control car. He's picked the top. I think Chad being a little bit different place if Fody had control here with, you know, that's Lake Norman lined up. If this was last week at Daytona, Lake Norman's got 1st, 5th, and 7th right now on the bottom. But it's not Daytona. It will be interesting, though. So currently sitting here with Jake Scarborough, Tyler Fody, Vincent Isabella, Dylan Javier, Frank Fody, Dustin Dewar, Jeff Green, Chad Frankenfield, Sean Ryan, and Mark Rebellis as the top 10. Then we got Trey Eitzen and Justin Fuller, Joe Francis, Cody McCorkle, Joshua Personette, the Hook Machine running 15th. I'd like to see him get about 5 more spots, right, Dave? Is that the challenge here? Get a top 10?
Lucky dog going around. This just feels like something weird's going to happen on this. Well, some new names up front there.
Yeah, and I like it. I like the different strategy calls. It's opened up the race. Here we go, down here towards the restart zone. The pace car pulls off, leaving the field in the hands of Jake. Somebody remind Frank not to change lanes up here. Jake gets a big jump. Tyler's got a pretty good start on the bottom. Tyler Fody to the lead. Vincent Isabella to second.
Now we got
Chad
Macho
Frankenfield
going
tables
around
with Frank Fody. Wrecking back there. Oh, that is not ideal. And we will go on to green, white checker tip number 2.
Ooh, let's take a look back. We'll start with Chad here. The outside
Don't think
of Frank.
Chad knew there were 3 wide. I'm going to be my position. You got Jeff underneath Frank. Frank maybe could have turned down a little bit more. There was a little bit more room that he could have turned left. But Frank is getting the, Frank's getting the message 3 wide at this point. And
Tally on the 15.
And Chad spins right here. Frank, I think, is going to hit him. Both these cars are going to get destroyed. And there you see tally 15.
Fuller going to get by this?
Fuller, yeah, Fuller gets on the outside and gets around. Jeff Green gets around on the bottom. 41-12.
Nobody else involved, looks like way there.
But that is unfortunate there for my pick, Chad Frankenfield. Last time I pick him again.
Look, Fody's the only car on the track.
So Tyler Fody, Vincent Isabella, Jake Scarborough, Dustin Dewar, Justin Fuller, Jeff Green, Mark Rebelos, Sean Ryan, Dylan Javier, and Cody McCorkle are the top 10. Robert Hill gets the Trooper Award tonight.
He gets the I didn't have anything better to do award.
Yeah, he gets something. I believe he's getting a lucky dog right here. He's got a chance to get back on the lead lap.
And do what?
Man, everybody might wreck. Oh, he is bragging about passing everybody right here. Robert Hill Jr., currently the fastest car on the racetrack. You saw him just go by like the flash right there while you're scrolling back through here taking a look at Joshua Personette. The old Huck machine, still 15th. Oh my goodness,
He went
Tyler
right through the
Fode.
face car.
Oh, Tyler Fode and Robert Hill almost made contact. I don't think Tyler knew he was coming. Oh man, if we can watch that back on the replay, that was close. And that would have been on Tyler. Lucky Dog's called out. You got to give him room on the top. Wow. Here comes Robert Hill. So there is some room out there. Maybe Robert could have been a little higher. Maybe he was trying to get close a little bit. Get something off that 40 machine.
Beep, beep.
And you see Tyler just move away real fast and in a hurry. Does that put Robert on the lead lap, or is he just one down? Just one down.
Yeah, right.
He is going to be racing a late Norgard for that
E3,
Lucky
yeah.
Dog this time. So as we get set for this restart,
Our second
Tyler Fode.
green white checkered, right?
Yeah, this is attempt number 2. Tyler Fode, Vincent Isabella, Jake Scarborough, and Dustin Dewar. Justin Fuller and Jeff Green. Those are the guys with tires. We might be talking about Jeff Green here. Oh, restart's waved off. I believe it's raining in turn 2.
What's going on? What happened?
So why did Caleb just pull into pit road?
Scarborough came down pit
Or
road.
Jake. That's Jake. What just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, they wrecked under caution. Oh my goodness gracious.
Go back and check it out.
It all was around Jesse Racimus back there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're going to stack up in front of them. Something happens. Everybody stacks. Jesse gets into
yeah, there we go.
85. The one is spinning up here too. Is that both Racimuses?
It's both Racimi. Yep.
The one hits hard up here. Like the 70 gets away okay. I think the one goes up and hits the wall head on right there. It's pretty rough going for the one machine.
Got some fuel issues going on, it sounds like.
Wow. That is not ideal. That is not what you want under caution.
Oh. Right into the 59.
Robert Hill Jr. has sent me a message. He said he still has 16 minutes of damage.
He has also sent me a message and said I'm supposed to remind you when the white flag goes out. What's that about?
Well, you see, oh, we're green. We are green. Tyler Fode gets away. Vincent Isabella. Justin Fuller. I believe we had the 77 run out of gas. Fuller's got new tires. Vincent is out here on old tires with Tyler Fode. How aggressive does Vincent get throwing the block here? Dustin Dewar's right here in P4. Fuller looks to the inside of Vincent. He's going to get down there in turn 3. Vincent's going to put up a fight. Oh, they make a little bit of contact.
A little bit more.
Getting down there into turn number 4. Fuller trying to clear up. He's not.
They're not going to do it.
Clear himself. Caution is out.
Into pit
Oh, and
lane.
Vince is wrecking in the pits. Oh, we're big wreck on the front stretch here.
Hey, we can only do this one more time.
Wow.
You know where this starts?
Yeah, it starts with Justin Fuller trying to clear himself. He tries to clear the 3, doesn't quite get clear. He knows he's not clear, and then he just goes ahead and keeps coming up anyway. And then Vince gets down here. Oh, Jeff Green. Hard hit for Jeff Green. Justin Fuller. Wow. You know, I'm going to say something that if Justin's watching, he won't like. He is a super fast guy, but sometimes he's his own worst enemy on the racetrack. He's probably gonna win the race if he just stays on the bottom. Like Vincent's gonna fight. Nobody's gonna let you go. Coming to the white flag, but you're gonna clear Vince down in turn 1 more than likely. And Jeff Green gets a ton of damage. Jeff, I believe, is still trying to come around the racetrack at someplace. And here comes Jeff to pit road. Jeff's gonna be pretty frustrated. Jeff's pretty destroyed, and I think, is Robert Hill Jr. going to be back on the lead lap?
Let's see. He's looking like he's getting a lucky dog again. Coming around again.
So Robert Hill is going to be back on the lead lap. And Robert's going on around these boys. They better get out of his way. Oh. There's Tyler Fody again up there in the way. Who would have thought Robert Hill would be back on the lead lap at this point?
Race control was a lot to look at on that last one. With cars going down pit lane, that always makes it fun.
Yeah. Josh has already messaged me once tonight and said he's had way more work tonight than he thought he was going to have.
I probably jinxed it. I sent him a message and told him he'd have a peaceful night.
Here we go. This is it, though. Next flag's going to end the race. You know, I don't have the ability to move people, but I think we should bring Robert up here. I think we should talk to him. He keeps leaving me little tidbits of information out here, calling me out.
Can't drag him over here, I don't.
Yeah, well, that's all right. We've got one to go. I'm sure he'll let us know about it after.
He knows how to find his way in here. He's listening to us.
So as we get ready to restart, Tyler Fode's on the front row. Dustin Dewar, Joe Francis, Christopher Melton, Andrew Rucker, the Huck Machine, Joshua Personette. We were talking about getting in the top 10, being a happy night. Well, he's up to 6th. Andrew Hardcastle. Justin Fuller is still sitting 8th with a truck that's pretty destroyed, though. I got to think he's going to go backwards. Joshua Freed, Gavin Hibbs are the top 10.
I'm hearing some of these guys aren't probably going to have enough fuel to make it back to 3 laps.
We'll see.
They're pointing out that the rule is you're not allowed to push somebody across the line.
Well, I mean, if somebody runs out in front of you, getting up to the gears, you're probably going to hit them.
Yep.
So that can be interpreted a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I would think pushing them for a couple feet and pushing them down an entire stretch or straighter is... Do it.
Yes, we get ready to go green. Fody and Dewar. Oh, Dewar creeps ahead here. Green is out. Big start there for Fody. Joe Francis is going to pull into second. Contact back in the field. Oh, Fody gets loose. Where's he running out of gas?
He might be running out of fuel.
Tyler Fody's running out of gas. That's going to leave the lead to Joe Francis. Oh, my goodness gracious. They've worked their way down the backstretch. Joe Francis, Dustin Dewar.
Christopher Melton, new guy.
Incredible stuff here. Fody runs out of gas on the restart. We are coming to get the white flag this time.
Andrew Rucker in fourth there.
And here comes Personette. White flag is out. We are going to come back to the checkered. Francis has a healthy lead over Dusty now. You got to think if he's got enough fuel, it should be pretty easy for him. Personette pulls ahead there. Wrecking in the back, but nobody cares. Heading down the backstretch, Joe Francis continues to build his lead. Down into turn 3 for the last time. Tyler Fody creeping on the bottom out of gas. They come off of turn number 4. Joe Francis can see the checkered flag waving at this point. The battle's for second. Oh, Dustin Dewar runs out of gas there in second, gets a little nerf.
Oh, he's not going to get there.
Francis
he might get there for third.
Joe Francis, Christopher Melton, Dustin Dewar is going to finish third. Rucker and Joshua Personette round out the top 5. Incredible finish here at Indianapolis.
Where's Gerald, his team owner, to be here and celebrate?
Wow. Gavin Hibbs comes home 6th. Joshua Freed, Andrew Hardcastle, Justin Fuller, David Carpenter. Robert Hill's going to finish 29th. Goodman finishes 30th. These are guys that ran out of gas. Hill, Goodman, I believe both ran out of gas. Jeff Green had a lot of damage. Kendall No Player likely ran out of gas. Fody ran out of gas, going to finish 33rd. Wow. Just like we drew it up, right? Joe Francis, Christopher Melton, Dustin Dewar. Take a look there at that 35 machine. He's going to start doing his burnout. Oh. Well, as he celebrates, as we try to get everybody wrangled up here for the interview process, we're going to take one more commercial break tonight, as this is the Stay Tuned Sports Truck Series live on ERN.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
The NASCAR Cup Series returns to Worldwide Technology Raceway on June 1st and 2nd, 2024. The time to get your tickets is now. For only $10 down, you can lock in your seats for an incredible weekend of family fun, featuring the Enjoy Illinois 300 and the Confluence Music Festival. Racing, music, camping, it all adds up to one amazing party. Go to www.raceway.com for the hottest ticket of the year.
And welcome back here to Indianapolis, where we have just wrapped up the Stay Tuned Sports podcast, Indy 150 for tonight. And we are joined by our third place finisher, Dustin Dewar. Dusty, man, how did you manage to finish third there? And it looked like you were going to give it up maybe there on the front stretch.
Oh man, I thought, man, the fuel situation was close. The tires were old, everyone was on fresh tires behind me, but they kept wrecking like, and then I'm like, dang, am I gonna have enough fuel to finish this race? And somehow, yeah, I ran out coming to the line, but somehow managed to cross with the P3 finish. How about that?
Yeah, how about that, man? This is one broadcast of the year, and you're going to get up here on the podium. Great podium, by the way. Bunch of new guys, bunch of guys you don't see up here every week. So, were you saving any fuel there, or were you just letting it lie where it was? And were you surprised when a lot of those other guys who pitted started having fuel trouble?
No, so I took a little bit extra probably than most when because I made that green flag pit stop. I was on the same cycle as Fody and Vincent, and there was a few other guys I'm sure that were on that strategy, and I pitted right around lap 47, I believe, for fuel and tires. So I started saving as soon as that first yellow came out. I didn't fill it up full, but I added a little bit extra for 2 green-white checkers. But luckily, we got enough yellows. I was able to save just enough to bring her home in a solid position.
Well, Dustin, congrats on the podium. I don't look for to see you up here in the top three until we get to some short tracks, but here you are at 2.5 mile Indianapolis Motor Speedway, getting up here with the shot to win the thing. So, who helps make it happen? Who gets you to the racetrack every week?
Yeah, thanks, and I appreciate it. This is a huge rebound after Daytona. I love going to Daytona, but it's tough there. But big shout out to JD's Hilltop Salvage, my dad with the scrap in old Goodrich, Wisconsin. Randy Big Balls Walters, I know he's out there listening tonight. Hello, Randy. Have a cold one for me, why don't you? Miss Goodies, home of the famous hooded towel. Y'all, if you haven't heard about these famous hooded towels, you need to get one today. You can find her on Facebook. It's easy to find. Um, you just got to get one because you're going to fall in love with them. And I'll give a big shout out to Home Place Beer, too. And just y'all up in the booth. If it wasn't for you guys, we would never be able to make this happen. So thank you so much.
Well, you say you guys, it's just Dave. This would continue without me, no problem. But congrats on the run, Dustin. Hopefully we get to see more of you this year. Find your way to victory lane. When you were restarting on the outside lane there with Fody, I was pulling for you to try to get up there. I didn't know how close you were on fuel, so it's always great to see guys who aren't always up here being able to come up here, and maybe you'll be one of the guys that's always up here by the end of the year. What do you say?
I really do believe so. The trucks, I love these trucks, and my finishes aren't always there, but I've had a lot of good runs in these and ran for some titles in these. And yeah, this year you're going to see a lot of the 32 truck up in the booth.
Well, let's make it happen. You'll come up here and talk to Mr. Evans here on a weekly basis. I won't be here, but I'll be watching for sure. So, congrats on the run. We look forward to seeing what you got down the line. And of course, like I said, when we get to the short tracks, I'm sure you'll be a guy. So, look forward to seeing you later down the line.
Copy that, buddy. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Well, we do
We
not
got the
have
winner. We don't have our second place. He's kind of new to the league, so we may have to get him figured out how to get in disc.
Yeah, but more importantly, we got the dirt track ace out here. But I don't think there was any dirt out here tonight. Joe, talk us through the race and how you managed to survive and be the guy that's standing over here in victory lane.
I wish I knew what to tell you, but I'm not quite sure. Because most of the race, I'm just kind of going with the flow because I'm hoping we get like long runs so I can really take advantage of the tires. Because Indianapolis is one of my better tracks where I kind of have the good feel where I can run fast but still save tires. But I mean, it's just a matter of working with what you got and see what happens throughout the race. And granted, we get a lot of cautions, so I just kind of got to work around those. So whatever strategy I have at the beginning of the race just kind of goes out the window. But especially later in that race, I mean, I still had a set of tires left because I double stinted, or not double stinted. I still got the Daytona 24 on mine, but that's about it. Once we got to the end, I just tried to survive and got fortunate where I missed all those messes. I think I got a 0x at the most because somebody almost hooked me in one of those later wrecks, but I was able to survive that, and I'm not sure what happened to Tyler because I was hoping I could give Tyler a good race towards the end, but I guess he was short on fuel because I was thinking I still had a bit of a tire advantage on him, but no, I just came to a stop in that corner and went right around him,
Yeah,
and the
so
rest was history, I guess.
I got a question. So with 10 to go, you're thinking you're racing for what position?
I think we were green with 10 to go, so I was thinking 10th or ninth. I think I was catching someone, but I forgot his name. So low top 10.
And you ended up with a shot at, for a shot at racing for the win. But I mean, we used all three green white checkers, and you were the guy. So just incredible stuff there at the end. When did you realize, hey, I might have a shot to win this thing? Was it on the last green white checkered? Was it the
It
second to
was mo-
last one?
it was mostly the last one because when that last caution came out, I saw 5 trucks in front of me. I think it was 5 trucks in front of me that get wrecked because I think I was still running around 10th, but yeah, saw some trucks taken out, and poor Jeff gets taken out too because he was running great. But at that point, I was thinking maybe I have a shot. But then I got up to 4th, and I believe it was Cody that pitted, so I got up to 3rd. Then I was praying that Tyler took the inside, so I get a good launch, and he did. And sure enough, I was able to get a good launch with him, and
Yeah.
got around
Now
him in 2, I believe.
next week we move on to a road course. You're going to be able to go 2 in a row.
3 weeks.
Which one is it?
We're not back
All
for
3
3
weeks.
weeks.
Oh, we go to
Depends
a
on the
road
road
course.
course.
Hang on, it's coming through on the schedule.
It's
Dave
rotating.
might
It's
have it.
rotating. Just kind of
Yeah, we're
stall
all
for a
waiting on the
second.
rotating schedule. We're at
Stall.
Coda in the Belly Up series here in a couple weeks' time.
Yep. Then we go to Mid Ohio next week for the IndyCar series, and then we're Kansas, February
Oh,
25th
not
at
a road course.
Kansas.
Just kidding, Joe. Just kidding. Just kidding
I
about
don't
the
mind
race.
Kansas. I'm fairly good at Kansas, but I'm sure a lot of other guys in here are good at Kansas too. Just a matter of luck going your way, kind of like this race. Fingers crossed that goes well too.
Well, and before we let you jump out of here and celebrate with the rest of the team, which was a good night for that Discord. I know that it says Aggressive Eagle and Do Good, but you guys run a lot together. Jeff Green getting wrecked there late, almost. You almost get the trifecta out there, but who helps make it happen, get you to the racetrack every week?
The rest of my team, Strictly Stock Motorsports, they're kind of my parent team because I'm driving for Gerald and his team, Aggressive Eagle, in the Elite Series. But oh, that's a big team. Jesse, GT, James, Gavin. Gavin's in the race. Holt, Richard, Zishan, Brandon. Yeah, just a ton of guys. And Gerald for putting this team together and getting me into this league. I hope he was watching tonight.
Do you run better when Gerald's not here? Because if that works out well, you can tell Gerald to stay home every week.
I think the last race I won in this series, he was commentating, so he's kind of here in spirit, at least one way or another.
We won't talk too much about that last race you won there at that dirt track. It wasn't.
Oh, that was a great race.
I'm glad I could help you win that thing that night, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
But nonetheless, tonight was a great race there for you guys over there. Got this win. Hopefully, like I was telling Dusty, you guys are going to be up here every week and racing for this championship down the line.
Hopefully. I mean, that's down the line from now. This is only week 2, I believe. So it's hard to say from now.
Chris wants you to predict the rest of the season right now.
Yeah, you got to have some confidence. You got to say, yeah, these boys are going to come and get it from me. I'm here, and it's, Dusty was confident. He said he's going to get talked to every week up here, man.
Nah, I'm going to kick their butts the rest of the season.
There you go.
There we
Atta
go.
boy.
That's what we want. But congrats on the win tonight, Joe. We look forward to watching you next week or 3 weeks' time, whenever it is. Tune in here on the Elite Racing Network, and it'll be here on
Here, can I
that
make one more
Sunday night.
shout out?
Yes, you may.
Go ahead. What's that?
All right. If you look on my truck, oh no, it's not on my truck this time, but I have a personal business, Numbers by Joe. If you go to my Twitter, you can see some of my work. If you got a favorite iRacing number, I can turn that into a plaque. Go ahead and check out Logan Helton's Twitter too, because he just got my recent one, and it turned out really nice.
Well, there you go. Check it out. Follow you on Twitter. What's your Twitter there, Joe?
Joe24ever on Twitter.
There it is. Joe24ever. Look him up on Twitter and give him a congratulations on the win tonight. The first of many this season. Let's go ahead and say that. First of many this season. Congrats, Joe. We'll let you go celebrate there with your team. Maybe you'll find Gerald over there somewhere bringing you a beer.
Hopefully, maybe I'll see him down there.
Well, Dave, we saw a little bit of everything tonight. We saw a lot of green flag racing. We saw a lot of the same guys up at the front. And then with about 10 to go, we threw all that out the window and it turned into pure chaos. What are your final thoughts here for tonight?
Yeah, definitely. If we came in with a script that read like this, I'd be like, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. But hey, that's why you tune in on Sunday nights to see what can happen. Two races, two winners. We're off to a great start.
Yeah, and off to a great start here in this series. And you said it's going to be, what, 3 weeks before the trucks roar again to life?
Yeah, we got some sort of big race, there in Daytona that you really like that comes in there somewhere. We probably got probably a Valentine's Day in there somewhere too that Chad makes sure we have times for our significant others. So yeah, we won't be back till the 25th, Kansas.
But you could tune in tomorrow and check out the Xfinity Series, the Grand National Mark Rebellis
Michigan.
Series, live tomorrow from Michigan, where I will be on the call with Mr. Robert Hill.
He may have to pick up another car to get there in time. I don't think the one he was driving is going to get.
Yeah, that one that he was driving tonight was not very good. And then we go on Wednesday to Homestead in the Belly Up Sports Cup Series, where I will be on the racetrack at Homestead. I found out I got a pretty decent average finish and average running position there, so maybe I'll be lucky enough to get a top 3 over there and right the wrongs of Daytona there for myself. But nonetheless, all that'll take place live on the Elite Racing Network. And is there an open wheel race on Thursday as well?
Yeah, there is next week. I believe they're at Mid-Ohio, on February 8th.
So there we go, road course there at Mid-Ohio. First road course of the season, I believe, right?
Yes. No, second. They were at Road America already, I believe. This will be the second road course. And Zach reminded us there's also some kind of football game next week. But I think Chris and I would both agree that there really isn't much to watch.
Yeah, next week during that football game, I'll be getting ready. I'll be heading down to Daytona for all of Speed Week, so I could care less about that. The Bengals aren't involved, so it don't matter to me.
Yeah, the Colts aren't there either, so I don't really care.
But nonetheless, you just watched the Stay Tuned Sports Truck Series Indy 150 live on the Elite Racing Network. Tune back in tomorrow where you will see the Grand National Series, Mark J. Rebellis Grand National Series live from Michigan. But as for tonight, that's all we got. Shout out to Dave, everybody at Elite Racing Network, Chad for all he does for the league, all our great sponsors that are here with us each and every week. Hang on, I got them right here somewhere. We got Blue Egg Marketing. We got Stay Tuned Sports. What am I missing, Dave?
The Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Worldwide Technology Raceway, and of course, Belly Up Sports, but that's not on this list. I don't need to shout them out, but they still do a whole lot for the league. Got the podcast coming out later this week with Gerald, so tune in for all that. Follow Elite Racing on Twitter. You'll keep up with everything that I got going on. But as for tonight, that will wrap from Indianapolis. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.